What's going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Thursday. I've got a special guest tonight. You guys want to meet him? I'm excited. I've already met him, but I'm excited to bring him up. What is up, Hutch? This is Hutch from Sovereign Citizen. Now it's Legal Encounters.
Yeah.
The full name of his channel is Sovereign Citizen Legal Encounters, but this is Hutch. What is up, Hutch? How are you?
I'm good. How are you, man? It's nice to be on here with you.
I am happy you're on here too. Yeah, I don't remember how we. No, I do remember how we met. Okay. A quick story. I don't even know if I really told you this yet, but I don't really go into a lot of other court channels anymore, just because there's so many of them. But every once in a while, I'll see like, oh, I haven't heard of this one. And you know how you can just highlight over a thumbnail on YouTube and it shows you like a little preview of the video?
Yeah.
Well, I did that, and you had an Illinois hoodie on. I'm like, oh, this guy's cool. I gotta hit this guy up.
I got it on tonight.
Yep. Rocking our Illinois stuff.
There you go.
So yeah, I was like, I got it. And then I left a comment and you responded instantly, and then we just started talking. So this is awesome. So are you 100%? I know you have two channels, but on your Sovereign Citizen Encounters channel, you're 100%. You just cover sovereign citizens.
Yeah, because I noticed that when I did that, well, when I opened the channel, that was the main thing I was going to focus on. And then once people started subscribing to the channel, they're like, oh, a channel with just this? I was like, oh, I think I did a good thing. So I knew I couldn't put any other thing on there. Like I don't put any just regular pro ses or Karens because I want to keep them happy on that channel. So I have the second channel, which is Epic Court Encounters, and I could throw whatever I want on there. So I think it was good to do that because people know where they're going to go, what they're going to get, and what they want to see on a particular day.
That's fair.
And also, like when you came on that morning, because I saw you on a video, and I was like, okay. Typically, especially when I put out a new video, when the comments come in, they come to my phone. So a lot of times, and I'm sure a lot of my viewers will contest to this, but I answer pretty fast, especially when it's first released. So I'm like in there with them, and a lot of them are saying good morning, good evening, making jokes, which we do. And I've had a few lives recently, and the lives have been just crazy. So it's been really good.
Well, awesome. I am glad you're here. Unfortunately, I do not have a Sovereign Citizen tonight, so we're gonna be watching some Karens and some idiots. Is what we got.
I like that. I try to put them on my other channel anyway, so yeah, I like that. So I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have some fun.
We are gonna have some fun. So we are bouncing around everywhere tonight. I think I've got 6 different judges tonight. Let's see. We've got Judge Simpson, Judge Middleton, Judge Shackelford, Judge Perkins. I know there's more. I don't know why I'm trying to remember. You guys know me. My memory sucks. All right. You ready to watch some court? Oh, for my mods, please periodically drop Hutch's link. I did put it in Discord so you can have quick access to it. To the mods. I would appreciate that. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
All right, let's go. Oh, hold on. I got to do my thing. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Now let's go.
All right.
In the way which the court will consent to hear the matters. Court does call the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus Tomika Slip.
Hi, Mr. Simpson!
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. And you?
I'm good. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, a while back I certainly did.
Me too.
And you?
I got present.
Yay!
Somebody
got one.
save me a teddy bear.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. And cuddle with it every night. Its name is Brown Bear.
No relation.
Not going there.
And you still
relation.
got
All right.
that beautiful smile. You still got that beautiful smile.
Andrew Childers is right on behalf of you.
Warren Brown.
Nice of you to finally speak up. Go ahead.
Warren Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Ms. Schlimm, who has already introduced herself.
Yes, she has.
So this is the you hearing. We don't have any updated.
Our office received a report.
I and I.
I have a date. I have a report received February 19th, dated February 11th. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah, I checked our materials. As of yesterday, we haven't received it. We just got it yesterday.
We received it yesterday, yeah.
It's competent. That's true. So the finding is that my client is competent to stand trial. In which case, Your Honor, since we've had a chance to review that, has the court received that same report?
I haven't reviewed the same.
We have no further evidence to present.
All right. Any other evidence from the people?
Nothing on behalf of people. Your Honor.
All right. The court would find, based upon that report, that the defendant is competent to stand trial. Specifically would indicate that the defendant can understand the nature and objects of the proceedings against her and can rationally assist in her defense. And so the defendant is therefore deemed competent.
Thank you, Your Honor. We will tender a finding and order to the court this afternoon. At this time,
I'm going to need 5 orders.
5 orders for 5 cases. Yes, Your Honor. So at this point, we will to adjourn so that we can do a probable cause conference.
All right.
I think 2 weeks is the minimum you'll need.
Yes.
All right. So probable cause conference will be set for March 13th,
March 13th.
2025.
Did that mean I come back to court on the 14th?
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll talk to you in between that time.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Okay, I'll see you later, Mr. Cedric Johnson. You
All
are.
right, bye.
My mama watches your podcast.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
All my clients are that happy to see you.
I know. Yeah. It's nice to have
I'm
somebody happy to see.
sorry.
All right, take care.
I'm dismissed. Can I go?
Yes, you can go.
You have a great day. Have a great couple weeks. See you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right, I had to start with that. We had to, get a little laugh in before we get into people being idiots. That's the 3rd or 4th time she's come up, and she has been that happy every single time. It's always fun when she comes up. Anyways, real quick. Oh no, before I get into the milestones, Big N, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the Big N Raiders. I appreciate you guys coming over. This is Hutch. He is of the channel Sovereign Citizen Encounters, and yeah, he has a channel that covers sovereign citizens. He also has a second channel that does everything else. But would you say one's your main channel, or is it just you put the same amount of time into both of them?
I'm trying to put the same amount of time in, but the Sovereign Citizen Encounter has been the main one for a while. I opened Epic Court Encounters maybe 4 months ago, I think, because I know, just trying to put some other content out there other than Sovereign Citizen stuff.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Hello everybody again. But I like that clip you just showed, and I actually seen her in court. She loves Judge Simpson.
She does love Judge Simpson. She's happy, like the happiest person in jail. I don't think there's another person that you can say is happier than her. She's in jail, and she's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
she's still gonna be happy. Tammy, thank you so much for the 11 months. I appreciate it. You're almost at a year. Thank you so much, Tammy and Kimmy. Thank you so much for the 10 months. You were awesome. Thank you to both of you. Okay. Yeah, we're moving on. I don't know. There's nothing else to say about that one. It kind of just I don't know. I've got no words. It was a fun way to start. Okay, we're headed to Judge Middleton now. So let's go.
Good morning, Mr. Curtis. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Good morning. This is Judge Middleton. I'm at the courthouse. Also with me is Jeanette Jackson from the Public Defender's Office. Judge Pattison isn't available today, so they asked me to handle this. I want to get your case back on track.
Okay.
You're Keith Michael Curtis II. The file number here is 24564FY. You were charged with felony possession of methamphetamine. The matter was reduced to a misdemeanor charge of use of methamphetamine. You were placed on probation last April with Matt Huff as your probation officer. There was a probation violation arraignment set for January 6th, and you failed to appear. So Judge Pattison, I'm sorry, just a minute. Judge Pattison issued a bench warrant for your arrest, and you got picked up. So let me take a look. Let's see where the PV petition is. How did you get arrested last night?
Well, I was with my boss, and he had called one of his friends and asked if he could use a trailer, and well, the trailer ended up being stolen. And I didn't know, I didn't know anything about it, but they ran my name, seeing I had a warrant, and that's what they picked me up.
Well, when you got picked up on this back in April of last year, you were mostly homeless.
Yeah.
Where are you living now?
Right now I stay at the Gospel Mission, but I work on, I've been doing volunteer work, helping my friend fix houses for one of his friends.
Well, who's your boss?
His name is James.
Did he get arrested for the stolen trailer?
No, he got arrested because they didn't believe him when he gave them his name, and he didn't have proof of identification.
Was that in Kalamazoo or here in St. Joe County?
It's Kalamazoo.
All right. When did?
Hey, Hutch, real quick. If you want me to stop, if you have a comment you want to make, just tell me to stop and I'll stop it.
Okay.
You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for me. Just yell stop.
All right, you got it.
I already like this guy. What's your boss's name? James? You don't know the guy's name that's paying you? You're winning. You are winning, guy. You are winning.
It's shady right there.
Yeah. Thank you, Jody. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family.
Did you get arrested?
Last night. Yesterday about 3:30, to be precise. Yeah, he's probably I'm pretty sure he's already out on his way to Battle Creek, go home.
Well, you fell off the map in your probation, which is why Judge Pattison issued the petition for an arraignment. And then you didn't show up for the arraignment. And people with methamphetamine are struggling, and you're in a homeless situation. But I'm going to show you plead not guilty.
I mean, I can do a drug test right now if you like. I don't have a problem with that. The only thing I'm going to drop dirty for is marijuana.
All right. Set a PV arraignment, or set a PV hearing before Judge Pattison. Well, I'm glad you'll be clean from that.
Yeah, me too.
1 year anniversaries always get an instant pause. Neil Morrison, thank you so much. Congratulations on the 12 months, and thank you. I very much appreciate it. You are awesome. Thanks for hanging out tonight with us. And then while I'm paused, Vic comes rolling in with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Vic. That is awesome. Welcome to the 5 new members. Thank you, Vic. Anything you want to say right now about this guy?
Not at the moment. I'm waiting to see what he's going to say next. I'm sitting up here watching it build up. I know it's going to get worse.
It gets worse.
Is there any way I can get out today so I can get back to work?
Couple things. No, Judge Patterson isn't here to deal with this. B, you fell off the map. Weren't doing anything you were supposed to do on your probation. C, you got arrested last night in the wrong place at the wrong time. D, as a condition of your probation, you're not supposed to use marijuana or any controlled substance. So I'm gonna hold on to you for now. Judge Patterson felt seriously enough about this to set a $7,500 bond. But you stopped reporting in October.
I had told Matt Huff what was going on. I was on felony probation in Kalamazoo. He told me to go to Kalamazoo. Please hear me, okay? He told me to go to Kalamazoo and he would talk to Judge Patterson about getting my misdemeanor probation dropped or get him like to where I could do just a felony probation and not have to worry about it.
Well, that makes some sense and they will sort that out. But that didn't happen. And so you didn't have anybody's permission to just stop showing up. Are you on felony probation in Kalamazoo?
Yes, my probation officer's name is Sean Burgess.
Strong Burgess?
Sean, S-E-A-N. The only reason I stopped, Matt told me that I would more than likely end up with a bench warrant. But he said he was going to talk to Judge Patterson about getting my probation dropped and I would just be on felony probation.
All right, well, you had to at least show up for the hearing in order to do that, and you decided not to. So we'll set this for a hearing. I'll appoint an attorney for you. All right.
I had no clue
that's
about
because you stopped reporting. When you go on probation, you can't just go in.
You should see what Hutch is wearing right now too. Yep.
I'm sitting kind of low. That's why you can't see it. But yeah, we rubbing the eyes tonight.
We may or may not have coordinated this. Just saying.
Yeah,
it wasn't on accident.
Hey, I will say this: you got a lot of people in here messing with me saying I'm on your channel by special appearance tonight, but I know we're not doing that. I'm just saying.
I mean, I did notice that your name is in all caps, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You are not the all caps name.
No, not tonight. No.
All right. My chat will mess with you. It's not gonna end here. It's gonna go on all night. Just so you know.
Oh, I know. I've been laughing at the video and at the chat because I get this when I do some of my lives. It is so funny, and you have a lot. I like your audience in here too. They keep me laughing in here right now. I'm trying to concentrate on the video.
It's hard.
To the wind, so we can't get a hold of you. You stopped reporting in October, November, and December. So Matt filed a petition to set a hearing in January, and he doesn't have clairvoyance where he can know where you are. They sent the notice to the address that we had as your probation, and you didn't respond to it. And so then you're in somebody with a stolen trailer. You get arrested last night. So we're going to appoint a lawyer for you, set it for a hearing, probably next week when Judge Patterson gets back, and he can decide whether to amend the bond or not. But I don't disagree with you. There's no sense being on two probations.
Right.
But for now, you're going to stay where you are. So, all right. Good luck, sir.
Okay, bye.
Did he just hang up the phone on him?
He just kicked him out. Yeah, like bye. I know you're not going to stop talking, so I'm just going to force you to stop talking. All right. So those were the two kind of slow ones. Well, the first one was just hilarious. That one was a little bit slow, but kind of interesting, funny. Now we're going to get into some of the judges yelling. I think the rest of the night, judges are going to be mad. So grab your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax because judges are about to get pissed.
Oh wait, you talk about popcorn too? That's what I talk about all the time on my channel. Get your snacks.
Get your snack. I quote Judge Stevens because in my intro he says, "Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax."
Yes.
So I've kind of adopted that line whenever I can.
Okay, that's
But
cool.
It's not my line. It's absolutely his line. I steal it from him. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Happens bus. The city of Detroit versus Christopher Deshaun Lanier, case number SP 1618702, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Hey, Hutch, real quick. I didn't give you the spiel beforehand, and I should have. When I turn my camera off, that's just because my internet loves to go up and down. So when I turn my camera off, it's because my bandwidth is dropping a little bit. So it's not because I'm leaving you. I'm still here. So, but don't be frightened.
No, I'm fine. And I guess mine won't affect what goes on over there, right?
It shouldn't. No.
Okay.
It'll affect you. So if you start getting blurry and fuzzy, then yeah, you can turn it off and you'll sound a little bit better. But
hey, you know what? Like on your last live, hook Colin up with that internet fun. That was on the other live you had.
That's gonna happen tonight.
Take care of them.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Stephanie Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Lanier. State your name for the record.
Christopher Deshaun Lanier.
You have some documentation, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge Perkins.
Do you have documentation?
For you.
You do?
Yeah.
All right. He said, I said, getting own vehicle. Did you get your own vehicle? Let's see.
I think he might have.
I'm trying. I don't see him. You got that camera on blurry, sir. You got to turn that background off. I can't see anything with the background on. Let's see. Now I can kind of see. Just turn some light on in there.
July 4th.
I know my kids complain about me sitting in the dark, but I'm not on Zoom.
I blurred it out. It's not blurry because of him. I blurred it out because I don't want his information being public. There is one or two scenes where I didn't blur it because he's holding it so far away, so I didn't really care. But yeah, it's that blur is on my end. It's just really dark on his.
July 4th, and what? Let's see the name on that documentation.
And the vehicle.
When I was driving the car.
No, I think he got a new vehicle.
There's new vehicles. I got registration and everything.
Keep it still.
Let's see the registration. Insurance looks good.
This is my registration right here, right? But my vehicle is down. It's damaged. It's broke. But I have my girlfriend, the car I was driving.
Is that the car you got the tickets in?
Hey, they said get a vehicle with insurance, you know what I'm saying, and registration.
I knew it was something. I just knew. When I asked him, it didn't sound right when he answered. Listen, you said you were getting your own vehicle.
I'm not getting my own vehicle because I don't have all my money yet.
Are you an insured driver on that car?
Oh, my girlfriend is. I was driving my girlfriend's car.
Is that the car that you were driving on the day you got these tickets?
No.
That's not how that works. Oh, crap.
I speak to him on breakout room.
That was a little bit more legible than I thought it was. And I paused it right when it was over. But that's not how that works. No one says just bring in anybody's proof of insurance. Like, you know, if your neighbor, you know, just grab your neighbor's insurance and bring it in and say it's just like that. They're gonna check it. Like, what was it?
And the way he said it, he's like, you said bring a registration in. So I knew right then it wasn't the one that they're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah. We paused it too soon. This guy's about to get frustrated. Watch.
I can't make heads or tails of Miss Harris. I mean, Miss Bradfield, I wrote on the file, the officer appeared, getting own vehicle, if no documents on next court, will have to take off. That's what I wrote. So you can try to figure it out for him. All right, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, Mr. Lanier, with Miss Bradfield. She's gonna have a conversation with you, and let us know what you want to do when you come out. See if you can help figure this out.
All right.
All right. Let's go back on. See, he's asking for another adjournment, Miss Bradfield. And
Yeah,
he had a
that
trial date set. We had a conversation about this, and he knew what he was supposed to do.
I don't think he fully understood.
I think he fully understood. I just don't think that he got the money up to get the car like he thought he was. That's what I think. So let's go back on the record with Mr. Lanier. So, I mean, we're adjournment for compliance. What are we talking about in compliance?
Well, Your Honor, if he's going to be a driver using his girlfriend's car to drive, he need to be an insured driver on that vehicle.
Oh, Miss Harris is absolutely the South Hit Whisperer. That's a title that she has earned. She somehow talks him off of a ledge so many times. Yeah, that's a completely different subject though. She's not even the attorney on this video.
So that should be able to be done immediately. If she's willing to do that.
I spoke to her. She is willing, Your Honor.
When are you going to get that done?
Can you adjourn the court to April and I have it done?
April? No.
I mean March. I mean my birthday next week. Your Honor, come on, give me some time. Like, let me.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. Don't come on me like that. I gave you time. What's your birthday have to do with it?
Give me some time.
No, I'm not giving him anything. No.
That's not how you ask, sir.
I'm not giving him anything.
You don't understand that I'm frustrated about this whole situation. I'm trying to.
I don't care whether you're frustrated about it. You don't take your frustrations out on me.
I'm not even taking my frustration. You take your frustration out on me,
Mr. Lanier.
Man, he be letting these.
They muted him because you know he didn't want to hear me say that. I gave him. He's gonna talk about what I do for others.
Did you say something?
I did. I was like, what is he saying? And then he's in the dark with sunshades on. You do not talk to Judge Simpson, Judge Perkins like that. I'm thinking about Judge Simpson
like that. Judge Simpson would have made it a little bit worse on the guys than just muting him. Probably would have kicked him out and said, "Okay, now you failure to appear."
He would have sent Mr. Allen to his house. You understand?
Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have. Mr. Allen, keep your keys. You can take my truck.
Other people, I gave him time. Unmute him. I want to hear what he's got
Your
to
Honor,
say.
I really don't want him unmuted. I just don't think.
I want him unmuted. Unmute yourself.
Mr. Lanier.
Yes.
You're going to be respectful, okay?
Yeah.
Say what you got to say.
The situation that happened at hand, it was a whole mess up or whatever. Me actually getting the car fixed or whatever, because I still need more time to make that money. So, you know, I can have it in March. I forgot that March is a whole month. You know what I'm saying? So March
is Monday.
15th. March 15th.
March is the whole month. I know it's confusing after we come out of February. That's only a partial month. Then we go right to a whole month. So yeah, it's a whole month, guys.
March 15th, I'll be able to provide documentation of me being assured or whatever.
All right, so the way I'll do this, Mr. Bradfield, if he takes an anger management course and he comes in here and he explains what he learns off of that anger management course, if he agrees to do that, I will give him till March the 15th. But he's got to bring in a valid documentation. Don't show me somebody else's stuff and telling me it's your girlfriend's and all that. I don't need to hear that. I want you to do what you said you were gonna do. And I don't want to hear any other excuses. And if he takes an anger management course, we can go with that. So you can speak with your lawyer if you want to. Other than that, you're going to take the offer that was given to you, like we said, like you agreed to do the last time. That wasn't me, that was you agreeing to do that. And I gave you time, like you're saying, I let everybody else do. I gave you your opportunity. So talk to him back in the breakout room and get him an anger management course. If he agrees to that, we can go with that, all right?
Okay, and my question is, are you saying that he has to get his own vehicle or just be an insurance
No,
driver?
I'm fine with him bringing insurance in if he's an insured driver on that vehicle that he showed me.
Okay.
But he's coming in here bringing me some documentation that some, I don't know if that's his girlfriend.
Let's go back into the breakout room, Mr. Lanier. Tap the screen. You should see the word breakout room somewhere near the top and just click on it.
Okay.
Put him in another one so he can see it. All right. Mr. Bowman, they're looking.
Thank you.
All right. The last part of this is only about 2 or 3 minutes long. I just wanted to pause up real quick and say, Judge Perkins, if you give him attitude in court, he will order a anger management class now. He didn't always do that. He didn't used to do that, but he does it now. And it's a 6-week course. Don't go in yelling at him. You're gonna have to pay for an anger management class on a insurance ticket.
He just started that?
Within the last couple months, that he's probably the 3rd or 4th person I've seen ordered to an anger management class for giving attitude in court.
Good one.
Yeah. I know I have some super chats and everything to go through. There's only about 2 or 3 minutes left of this clip. I'm gonna play this out and then I'll get to him before the next clip.
Past that matter, let's go back on the record with Mr. Lanier. Mr. Lanier, I hope you got it together, and I hope you understand how this works.
Yes, I understand now, Your Honor.
You should have understood a long time ago. I gave you, I was gracious enough to give you time because I know how expensive insurance is and I know how expensive those things are. But I don't appreciate somebody coming in here, first of all, being disrespectful to me because I'm not disrespectful to you. Secondly, what I do with other cases really has no business of yours. And if you're going to question my fairness for you after I've already given you time, then that's just your problem. It's not my fault because you can't get your dollars together. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna make you take an anger management.
Did you feel that stare? I felt that stare. He wasn't even looking at me. I still felt it.
Oh yeah, that stare was like he was his daddy or something.
Yeah.
Class. I hope Miss Brad.
Sorry.
Somebody made a good point in here that maybe Judge Perkins is doing that now because the jails are getting full. Somebody had put that in the chat.
Yeah, could be. Could be. Instead of contempt, anger management.
Yeah. Especially if it's 6 weeks. That's punishment right there.
Yeah.
Has gotten that class to you and the number called. Do you need the number?
Oh, I got the number already.
And this is the last time. What do we say? Miss Bradfield.
Your Honor,
Let's say-
the course is 6 weeks. I'm just asking to give him 2 months for him to be able to get into that course. He'll be calling eVay today.
That puts me well past even the next trial date. No, it doesn't. Let's set the matter for trial again on April the
he's saying.
April the 24th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
I will. Out.
I hope. Listen, Corporal Bennett, you have to mute yourself. Listen, I hope you take something out of that case, because I hope you get your attitude together and to direct your frustration to and learn how to control your frustration. Because I don't believe anybody's been nothing but fair to you in this whole process. And if you don't understand that and don't see that, then again, that's your problem. All right. Don't make your problem mine.
Yes, sir.
All right. Best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
All right, you too as well.
Thank you.
He calmed down a lot.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the judge can order me to take an anger management class? Yes, he can. Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything. Or his attorney just went off on him, like, you better stop, or you will be going to jail. Something happened. But he did calm down.
Yeah, I was wondering why the attorney wasn't on camera.
She had, I think she must live in the same apartment complex as I do. Her internet's as bad as mine. It goes in and out when she's on video. Like, her voice gets like, you can't hear her. So
okay.
she's rarely on camera anymore. And I think she's always like walking from courthouse to courthouse. So that might be it too. Let's knock these out. Bad Scooter, thank you so much for your 13 months. I appreciate it. Thank you. You are awesome. Rich for the internet tubes. Thank you so much, Rich. You are awesome. Keith, get off dial-up. I'm not on dial-up. You know, it's still that DSL, right? Thank you so much, Keith. I appreciate it. Sparkle Poots. All together now. Bless his heart. It's full Southern. I can't do a Southern accent. Can't. Whenever I do accents, I have no idea. Just no. Legal Fiction, very generous of you. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. Welcome to all the new members. Legal Fiction, you are awesome. Jedi for 13 months and Thorina for 13 months. Thank you to both of you. All right. You ready to go on, or do you have anything else to say about that last case?
No, we can move on.
Let's go.
Hold
on. Let's go.
All right.
Okay, this is a little bit of a longer one. This is probably about 15-minute clip. This is going to cover the time where my internet drops. So you might have to run solo and entertain the crowd for about 2 or 3 minutes if my internet goes up and down. It doesn't happen every night, but it happens most nights.
All right.
So I do have all necessary parties. We will go on and can court hear me?
We can, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We will go on the record in the matter 22 CF 87, 22 CF 114, 22 CM 52. State of Wisconsin versus Nicholas Contreras. The state appears through Assistant District Attorney Christian Ness in Washburn County Courthouse. We have Adam Welch appearing by video conferencing with approval of the court. We also have Mr. Contreras appearing by video with approval. This court appears in Burnett County.
That took me a second. It honestly took me a second. I'm like, no, the night it didn't happen was, I think, Friday night. So it was like, it absolutely happened last night. Oh no, I didn't stream last night. You got me. And it was kind of okay, let's go.
Courthouse by Zoom to Washburn County. We're set here today for the final pretrial in all of these cases. I have received and reviewed the state's request to dismiss 22 CF87 along with 22 CM52. I've reviewed the basis for that request in the fact that the court or the state believes that after thorough review and preparation for the trial, the state believes that they lack further merit, and they could not be able to prove to a jury beyond reasonable doubt and prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt in these two matters. First, I'm going to ask the state for a more thorough statement as to those cases, and then I'm going to ask the state if that is applicable to 22 CF 114, which is a felony bail jump. The basis for that felony bail jump is being on the felony bond in 22 CF 87 and being pulled over in Burnett County and operating with after revocation. So therefore, Mr. Contreras was driving without having a valid operating privilege. So Mr. Ness, first off, does the request to dismiss include 22 CF 114?
No, Your Honor. I submitted a request for the two that are scheduled for final pretrials today. I think that the factual basis and the reason for the dismissal is separate from the bail jumping case.
So we're continuing with the jury trial for this felony bond?
I don't believe it has been set for trial yet.
Oh, I'm proceeding with this trial on that date and time.
Okay. My understanding is it hasn't been set for trial. I'm
Oh,
fine.
no, all of mine are
proceeding.
backed up. If one resolves, then it goes to the other one, and then it goes to the other one. So this court will proceed with trial on that felony bond case unless the state is telling me it's dismissing it or it's resolved.
What do you got? You got anything?
Oh, Mogen and Hole said I should say something.
Say something I would.
I know she doesn't play, but that guy looked like he's about to cry down there.
Oh yeah, he's not even the one in trouble on here. Just wait. She's about to throw it at the prosecutor. She is not happy.
Yeah, I can tell by her tone. Something's about to happen.
Yep.
And that's here today because we have the jury trial set and scheduled already in these cases, and all the time, that is this court's policy. It is always fallback. If one resolves, then we move on to the next case for that jury. And if that resolves, we move on to the next case. So in this court's, in looking at this case and in these cases, we are set to go to trial then on March 25th for a felony bond jump, unless the state tells me here today that it is either dismissing the matter or the matter has resolved.
Understood, Your Honor. I don't object to that. The only reason I did not think that was because the calendaring, it has been set for a status conference today and for that date. I
don't put it on my calendar that way. I'm not the one who sets it on my calendar, but that's how I work. So if you need time to talk to Mr. Welch to see if it can resolve, we can have a later hearing today since this is our final pretrial, and you can inform the court on whether or not we're going to proceed. But at this time, I am not dismissing any matters until I hear what's going on with 22 CF 114.
Well, understood, Your Honor. I don't think that further discussion is necessary. I think that the parties have thoroughly discussed possible resolution. I just don't think that there is a resolution at this time. I could talk more thoroughly about 22 CF 87 and 22 CM 52. In each of those cases, it's the same victim. The victim in both of those instances has requested that the cases be dismissed and has made statements to my office to me, including that because of a traumatic brain injury, she has no memory of any of the incidents that are the factual basis for either of the crimes, and that she would not be able to testify to any of the facts within them. And so I believe that constitutes essential facts under both of the cases. And so without that testimony, I don't believe that I can proceed.
When did she have this traumatic brain injury?
I think she's had this for years.
All right. The judge is top left. You guys know Judge Mogen. Prosecutor's top right. Defense attorney's bottom right, and then the defendant's bottom left. That is the lineup for this clip.
Your Honor.
She's had this for years, and prior to, are we talking prior to these incidents occurring?
Correct.
And from 2022, from July 27th, 2022, and from July 28th, 2022, up to February 27th, 2025, I'm hearing that the state in no way, shape, or form ever talked to the victim in any way prior to those dates and times, which were going on 3 years, 2.5 years, never from that time spoke to the victim about her TBI and whether or not she would recall any of the incidents and as they occurred or any of the facts. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm hearing that we've had a tremendous waste of resources. Is that what I'm hearing, Mr. Ness?
No, Your Honor.
That's what I'm hearing.
Your Honor, I've spoken to this victim previously. This was a revelation later on in the case. She has, frankly, Your Honor, I'm not certain that I find her statement regarding her traumatic brain injury to be entirely credible. But if an individual is making that statement to me and is indicating that they would not testify to the essential facts of the case, I don't believe that I can call her and expect to prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt.
You still have a duty to subpoena her and call her as a witness, even if she is a hostile witness, and you have the ability to at least try and prove the case, because we are talking, there may be allegations against her. There's a take and drive without consent. There's disorderly conduct. Those are things that you may not need the victim to have full ability to recall and to testify about, correct?
That may be true, Your Honor. I've discussed this with the district attorney. I think it becomes a delicate issue because the public policy consideration is not to treat victims of crimes as though they are criminals. And I think that the forcing a hostile victim to testify and putting the force of the state on them through a subpoena, I think it violates that public policy consideration of my office.
So from July 2022 up until just recently, and I'm going to say, I'll even give you a little bit of credit, last week, up until ready to go, I recall all of these things, let's go. And then last week or a couple, I'll even give you 2 weeks, she was like, oops, nope, I don't recall. That's how it went down?
No, Your Honor. This happened previously. It has been discussed with, there was a request. I made a statement on the record regarding a witness changing her story. The defense attorney at the time
Where you at, Colin?
met with me in my office with an investor.
This is my internet glitch.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's probably gonna happen again here in a second. I didn't fully warn you on this. I kind of thought you may have had an idea, but yeah, every night at the same time my internet goes down, and then it'll come back up, and then it goes down, and then it'll come back up.
Oh,
that's where
that's what the 840, 850 joke is about.
Yep.
Oh.
Every
I get it now,
night.
huh? What did it last for about 2 minutes? I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you when it happens.
Okay. But
Yeah,
everybody's
you're still
entertaining
good.
themselves in the chat. Yeah, oh well, I
Oh,
can
yeah.
say for those of you who have been subscribing to my channel, thank you. I'm getting the notices, and I've been responding back in there, so I really appreciate it. Look forward to seeing comments from you.
And for what he says, you're a lot better at responding to comments than I am.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm terrible at it. I get too emotional. If someone leaves a bad comment, it ruins the next like 10 minutes of my day. So I'm very hesitant to read comments sometimes. I need to get over that, but that's how it is. I'll leave a snarky response, and then I'll just shut my internet off and like do the dishes or something before I get back into it.
Yeah, sometimes I have people saying things directly to me, and I make sure I try to catch those because they may be asking a question or just saying good morning. And for me, I just like to respond to people if I can. So, yeah, I do. My phone is in my hand literally all day. And then sometimes it's where they're talking amongst each other, and I might jump in here and there. But sometimes I'll go back to older videos I put up, and I'm looking at comments that people didn't ask me something like a month out, and I'll still answer it. So
yeah, I like those comments. The comments I get on a 2 or 3 month old video, I almost always respond to those comments because I'll get a notification like, "What video is this? I don't remember this." Like, oh, it was 3 months ago. Like, all right, yeah.
Thanks. I see that, Eileen. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
I appreciate it too. I'm going to turn my camera back on here in a minute. I was just keeping it off to hopefully be able to avoid this.
It looked like it's cleared up again, but you know your time frame.
This is about the time it recovers. So I'm just going to read these super chats, and I think we should be good. Okay. Legal fiction, yes, the video froze every night. Every night you like to call me out in the videos froze. I appreciate you though. I appreciate you. And MB Hutch is a great guest. Love his channel. Hutch is a great guest. He is an absolute amazing guest.
Thank you. You're an amazing guest too. Well, this is your channel.
No, I mean, you can take over. I'll give you. You can have access to the play button, and I'll just be the guest for the rest of the night.
They probably like the way you do it. But it is fun hanging out here. I think for me, live, especially since I just kind of started on my channel a little bit, I like the live interaction with everybody. I think it's better than just responding to the comments. Because we really do have fun. Like your group here, yeah, everybody's just having a good time. So I really enjoy the lives for me.
The lives are a lot of fun. They absolutely are. Speaking of a lot of fun, Chris Barton, KB, 1 year. Thank you so much, KB. I appreciate it. Congratulations on the year. Thank you so much. You are awesome. All right, let's keep going with the video. I think we're good. I'm going to keep my camera off till this clips over, and then I'll turn it back on, just to be safe.
Okay.
Is a proposal for a global resolution as to all cases, and I believed that it was possible to resolve these matters globally on a misdemeanor basis until recently.
And Mr. Welch, there is what I'm hearing, at least from Mr. Ness, and I'm going to not take into account the two serious matters, but to the felony bail jump, there's absolutely no way that this matter is going to be able to resolve and we're going to trial.
It certainly could resolve if Mr. Ness wants to, but there's not a resolution right now.
Because I can give you the day. Because today was my day.
If Mr. Ness wants to talk about it further, I'm happy to talk. If he tells the court that there's no point in further discussions, then we'll have a trial.
Mr. Ness?
Well, Your Honor, my understanding is that the proposal from defense is to plead to misdemeanor bail.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. Sir,
well, no, and Mr. Welch, I'm going to ask you anyway. I have the right to ask what the offer is. I have the right to reject any offer in the public interest. And if he's saying it's a felony bail and your offer was to amend to a misdemeanor bail, boom, there.
Understood, Your Honor. I just don't want to create a situation where the court's pressuring either side. So
I'm not pressuring any side.
I didn't say the court was. I just was trying to head off that possibility, but I apologize.
My pressure to both sides are we going to continue to use government resources and resources since 2022 until 2025 and then go forward with a trial with a felony bail, which I am fully prepared to do. I have 2 days set aside on my calendar, 2 full days set aside on my calendar, which is a lot because I am a very busy court. So I have 2 days on my calendar to have this jury trial. So I just need to know if there's a potential ability to resolve or if we are proceeding in a jury trial fashion.
I think I've made a proposal to the state, and if the state wants to discuss it further, I'm happy to discuss. If the state is just telling us that there's no reason to discuss further, then I'm prepared to go to trial as well.
I
Mr.
don't
Ness.
think I don't think that it's likely to resolve, Your Honor. I don't think that there's a point in further discussion.
All right, then we're going to jury on March 25th for a felony bail bond violation case. Everybody's ready to go?
Your
So
Honor,
that means I need everything filed. Today was the deadline, but I'll give you a week to get everything filed. I'll extend it to a week since there was misunderstanding as to how this court functions. 1 week. All discovery, all witness lists, all motions in limine, all necessary documents needed for the trial. And we will see you on March 25th. And I'm going to tell you, this is my drop dead date. That means I will not accept any agreement past today. We are done with negotiations. We're done with resolutions. That means this trial will proceed. The only way it will not proceed as a trial is if Mr. Contreras pleads guilty to the charge. Whatever the resolution is, that's for argument's sake and for whatever can be negotiated. But with regards to that, either he pleads to the charge or the state dismisses it. But we're going to trial March 25th on a felony bond violation. Because we all have that day set aside. Court has it set aside. I have it set aside. Mr. Contreras has it set aside. And it is in the public interest to keep this matter moving. It is a 2022 case. We are now in February 27, 2025. Do we have any questions?
so Your Honor, is the court signing the orders then on the 2 other cases?
Well, if I'm hearing from the state that they, from July 2022 until February 2025, had no idea that the victim had a TBI and had an ability to recall certain facts and would not make a good witness, and they can't prove their case. And it's been going on for this long and using all of these resources. I guess it's kind of a quandary for the court. I can't force a trial upon a victim who would be put through the ringer, and quite honestly, a defendant and the public justice system. Resources have already been wasted. So I will sign those 2 dismissals, and I will see you for jury trial for the felony bond jump violation. And with regards to that case, what I'm going to do is I have cash on the other matters. I'm transferring that to 22 CF 114. I'm making sure that the bond is applicable to 22 CF 114. It is. It looks like it's filed in 22 CF 87, and it says the bond to cover all of the cases, same conditions as previous bond. So same bond, same conditions, same cash. We will see you March 25th. Be ready to go.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, I don't even think she was upset yet.
Oh, if you thought that one was good, wait until this next one. Ooh, we got Judge Shackelford next.
Oh, when she gets upset, boy, all the yelling and stuff that she does.
This one gets loud. This one gets loud. Yeah, rightfully so. Just wait. We'll just play it. We'll just play it. Real quick though, Reseller Road Trip. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family, and then dropping 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 new members. I lost my words there for a second. Yeah, let's just go on. Thank you so much, Reseller. I appreciate it. All right, Judge Shackelford. Let's go.
All right, Mr. Chandler's here, Ms. Pescucci's here. Can you unmute? This is 25010326, Leon Chandler and Renee Chandler versus Kristen Pescucci. Mr. Chandler, can you tell me your name? You're muted. We'll get you going.
Yeah, this one apparently has.
Ma'am, you have to get off the phone.
You're good.
Like I'm literally, you're in a courtroom. All right.
Guys, I'm on the phone with my grandmother, the homeowner.
Okay. Which one of you is Kristen Pescucci?
Me.
You are. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Chandler's here. Mr. Chandler, tell me your first and last name. You need to unmute. I'm asking you to unmute. Got it? Good. Yep, tell me your first and last name.
Leon Chandler.
All right, and Ms. Pescucci, can you tell me your name? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name.
It's okay. It's Chris Pescucci.
All right, so we're here today. There was a dismissal that was filed, and then there was a motion to set aside the dismissal. So we're here today. Where is Renee Chandler?
She's on the phone. That's actually who the person next to me is talking to.
All right, well, where's Renee Chandler at, Mr. Chandler?
She's in the house.
No, wait 1 second. Mr. Chandler, where's Renee Chandler?
She's in the other room. You want me to get her?
Yeah, you two both have to come into court. It's both of your motion. So she doesn't need to be on the phone with the other party. She needs to be in the courtroom.
Okay. Just a second.
Yeah, now's your chance to speak up.
That phone can be hung up. She's coming in.
Yep. She's coming in right now. I'm not even.
Yeah.
All right, if you can just sit by her, Mr. Chandler, so I can see you both.
Okay.
All right, ma'am, can you tell me your first and last name?
Renee Chandler.
All right, thank you. All right, so we had a motion that was filed. Originally, there was a demand for possession of the house. It was a termination of tenancy, essentially, and then it was set aside. The case was dismissed.
Right.
And we had notice of dismissal that was signed by Renee Chandler. And then we had a motion to set aside the dismissal. So Ms. Chandler, you and Mr. Chandler, do the two of you, can you raise your right hands? Both of you? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, do the two of you own a home together?
Yes.
All right, and where is the home that you own? Is that the one on Holland?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also own a home on 2 Lane?
No.
No.
Okay, so the home that you own and that is that issue in this case is the property at Holland.
Right.
Okay, and does Miss Pescucci still reside there?
Yes.
At this moment.
Okay, so she's still living there. And so this motion to dismiss the case was filed. Mr. and Mrs. Chandler, is it your position at this time that you want to go forward with the termination of tenancy?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, so they want to go forward with
Mamie,
that.
No.
Don't.
Mammy, she's asking you if you want to evict us. You're lying. We have you on video. We have you on recording. You know that.
Ma'am, Miss Puchi, you're in a courtroom. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Okay, act like it. Miss Chandler. So this suit was originally filed. I'm understanding that this is your granddaughter. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Are you feeling
Oh, no,
pressure?
I'm sorry. Excuse me, Judge.
Yes?
No, it's not my granddaughter. It is
My granddaughter's friend.
my granddaughter's friend.
All right, Miss Piscucci. So she's not a family member. She's just someone that's residing at the location with your granddaughter.
Yes.
What's your granddaughter's name?
Logan Renee McNutt.
All right. Now, Mrs. and Mr. Chandler, is it your testimony to this court that you want Miss Piscucci to vacate the residence?
Yes.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
Shh. Who is talking back there? She not. Miss Chandler, would you like Miss Piscucci to leave the property?
Yes.
Okay, Miss Piscucci, you don't have an ownership interest. You're there as an at-will, tenant, and they're asking for you to vacate the property.
Yes, I didn't know that they were asking me to vacate the property. They actually never asked me to vacate the property. Eviction notices.
Well, they did because they.
That's what an eviction notice is. It's asking you to vacate the property. Just let you know. Maybe you didn't know that, but yeah, that's what an eviction notice is.
Definitely.
This is about to get bad. For anyone that's not for anyone that does not have headphones in, you might want to turn the volume down because Judge is about to go off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you have little ones sleeping in the next room, you might want to turn the volume down a little bit.
Can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, the judge. Well, it's actually I think it's more the tenant is they both yell. Let's just say that it just gets loud. We'll keep it at that.
They filed these notices that there were threats against family members. It was causing havoc. And that it's happened, on more than one occasion.
Excuse me, miss. I'm not sure what your name is. I actually stay outside.
My name is Judge Shackelford. I'm the judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I stay actually outside on their property in a trailer because I'm actually homeless. I'm trying to find somewhere to go. They know that. That's the only reason that I'm actually here. I don't even really go in their house unless it's to shower or to cook. But I actually bought a burner from Family Dollar to be able to cook my food out here. So I don't have to use the bathroom in the house either. I bought a bucket with some trash bags. So I don't even have to go in their house.
I know, but you can't miss this, Puchi. I'm sympathetic to your circumstances, but that's their property. And it's their home. And if they don't want you there, you can't stay there.
Leon does not. I have video voice recordings of her saying that.
I don't care. She's in court. She's under oath. She's advised me that she wants you to vacate the property.
Under oath, ma'am.
Okay, you have to vacate the property. You have 10 days to vacate.
More than that. I don't have a job right now. I need
all right, ma'am, this is the law.
I understand.
And I don't, okay, well, I want you to understand that's the law. You have 10 days. I can tell why they want you out because you think you can talk over people and yell. You have 10 days to vacate the property. Mr. and Mrs. Chandler, you are to call police.
That's not fair. That is not right.
You are to call police if she tries to vacate or if she tries to enter your premises, if she tries to come in your home, and if she does not leave in 10 days, you come up to the court And there is a form that you get for a writ of eviction, and our court officers will come and remove her and all of her belongings from the property.
Okay,
Mr.
Judge.
and Mrs. Chandler, if she comes near you or her granddaughter attempts to convince you otherwise, the two of you are to call the police forthwith. You're to call the police. They're not to harass you. You have no obligation to keep anyone on your property that you're not comfortable or safe with. She's to remove all of her property.
And it's just him. He steals from her and everything else.
She's to leave your property, and you're to contact law enforcement if she comes. Do you understand me, Mr. and Mrs. Chandler?
Yes.
Okay, I'm signing it. You have 10 days. You can get your writ for eviction in 10 days.
This is so not fair.
You know what, Miss Pascucci, do you pay rent even? You want to just stay on someone's property for free, and you think that's not fair? That they want you out?
That's not even it, ma'am.
All right, you know, I think she might be a risk to your safety, Mr. and Mrs. Chandler. She clearly cannot control herself. The allegations, Mr. Chandler, Mrs. Chandler, who's that? Who is that behind you? Mr. and Mrs. Chandler, who is that at the door behind you?
That's
Your
my
granddaughter?
no.
Yeah.
My granddaughter came in the bedroom just now. And she's
All right,
arguing
and if
with my-
Miss Pascucci's to leave the property forthwith. She's a threat to your safety, her and your granddaughter.
Okay.
Ma'am, you're to vacate the property forthwith. I find that you present a risk to these two individuals. It is unsafe for you to be at the property. She's to leave forthwith. I'm signing an immediate writ for her eviction.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I am. And you know what else? I'm going to hold you in contempt if you say one more word. Mr. and Mrs. Chandler, do you need to have your granddaughter vacated?
No, we can handle my granddaughter.
Okay. She's to leave the property immediately. I'll sign a writ now.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
If she comes in your home, if she makes any threats towards you, if she does not leave forthwith, you're to call the police.
Okay.
Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, she's to vacate forthwith. I'll have the clerk bring up paperwork. Mr. and Mrs. Chandler, you can come up to the court and get your writ today. I need to fill that out. Okay, come on up to the court.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay. Is that her screaming in the background?
Yeah, it's okay. That's my granddaughter.
Okay. It's just your granddaughter screaming. It's not
Right.
the other individual?
No, the other individual is not in the house.
All right. What do you do if she comes in the house?
We ask her to leave or call the police.
And yes, sir. All right, you're all set. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. She walked out, she talked her way right into immediately. As soon as I heard her say, "Oh, your safety's not good," I was like, "Oh, I know where that's going." And did you see the shirt of that guy, child support veteran, with like these military type of
Yeah, I couldn't really see it.
Yeah, when
I
he
could read
stood up, I
child support
saw it.
veteran.
Somebody saw it and they mentioned it in the chat. So I started looking at his shirt. Yeah, he said child support veteran. Like he got awards in the middle of the words. It's funny. Maybe he survived, you know, he did his 20 years or something.
He did his 20 years of child support. And,
yeah.
all right.
They gave him a t-shirt when it was over.
All right. I honestly thought it was I thought it was like a veteran t-shirt. Like it was something like, you know, I don't know. My mind did not go to someone actually paying child support. I thought it was a play on words or something. No, he's a veteran of paying child support. All
I
right.
mean, maybe, I don't know. If somebody didn't mention it in the chat, I wasn't even paying any attention. I was looking to see what Judge Shackelford was going to do. And when they said that, I started looking at the shirt. I like that one, man. That was a good one.
I think that was the clip of the day. I saw Old Squishy Gardner put that out earlier, but he was really late on it. So I like to play this little game where I'll make my video and I'll just like hope that no one puts the videos out before I go live. And he put his out about 2 hours before I went live. I'm like, no, that was the clip. But I didn't see anybody in the chat said they've already seen it. So I think I think most people saw that for the first time.
And then sometimes it's cool because I notice like if there's videos out. So for me, sometimes with the videos I do put out, I try to get backstories on them before I put them out. So sometimes I'm a little late, but some people say, I've seen it already, but they know I'm going to add something to it or have some hidden clip from somewhere else in there. And the ones that's on here that's familiar, they know. I do it all the time.
Yeah, that's good. What I've started doing recently is tying the videos together. So I'll put out part 1. 2 weeks later, I'll put out part 2. And then when part 3 comes out, I'll recompile it and put all 3 of them together.
Yeah.
People seem to enjoy that too. Just to do something a little bit different than just throwing clips out there as fast as possible.
Yeah, I've been doing that. I think pretty much since I had the channel. That's why sometimes I'm late. Somebody be like, "Oh, I seen this last week." Yeah, but it's been 2 hearings, and I didn't want to. Sometimes it just depends on how the need of it, or if they looking for it. Then I'll just put it out.
Sometimes if you wait a week, you'll get a whole different audience as well. So I need to tell myself that. I try to rush my stuff out so fast that I just need to stop. I'm only racing against me. I really am. And I need to get this out of my head that I need to be the first person with the clip out. It's like, it doesn't matter. Even when I am, it doesn't really help me that much.
Yeah, and you got a good audience, so they're gonna watch it anyway because they like you.
Yeah. I do have a great audience. They are awesome. Okay. We have 2 clips left. Both of them are in front of Judge Simpson. And you know what? That's all I'm going to say. Not going to give you any other hints. No more hints. But yeah, I said I'm not going to give you any hints. And then I said, but nope. I'm keeping my mouth shut. Let's go.
Let's go.
Court calls case People versus Marquise Hanky.
Alexander, on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Kevin Bassant, P71061, on behalf of Mr. Marquise Hanky. Mr. Hanky, state your name for the record.
My name is Marquise Hanky.
All right. And Judge, we're asking for an adjournment. I just got substituted into this matter yesterday, Your Honor, and we're asking for an adjournment for discovery.
That's fine, appropriate.
Adjourned matter March 13th, 2025, 9 a.m. Yes, that's the bond.
Your Honor, I'm not sure, is the court in receipt of the bond violation report?
I am not.
I have not reviewed it either, Judge, but I'm certain what it would say, but.
Your Honor, I have a report from February 24th of 2025 that the defendant had absconded from his tether and had been unable to be located. And they stopped supervision. I also wanted to address his jail before he got out.
Do we have that?
No, we do not.
The defendant looks like he's 12. It looks like he's wearing his dad's clothes. That's what he looks like. No, the clothes actually fit him. No, I take that back. But he does look very, very young. Buffalo's hair is always on point.
He's frowning up.
He was mean mugging that paper. He did not like what he was reading.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think he's reading it a second time. He's like, wait a second.
I saw this earlier too.
Did you?
Yeah.
And you're aware of this? I am, Judge.
Also want to address this jail calls from release.
Yes, go ahead.
In those calls, the defendant contacts a third party who then contacts the victim. The defendant says, I need you to do me a favor. So you have that number right, and the person says, whose number? He does, who is the victim. He says, I can't say the name, I can't tell you, but I need you to do me a solid. He said, okay, what? Tell them I'm thinking of you. And he says, the defendant says, y'all been talking, right? He says, no, I've only been talking to Peter, who's the victim. He says, can't see that name on the phone, because she's my case. And then in the next call, the defendant gets her added to the call. He calls the third party who then connects her to the call, and they're talking. And I also have concerns that he would be contacting her at a different number because I had a note from Detective Mosher that he had been contacting her as well as a different number. I'm just not sure exactly what that number is. And given the facts of this case, I'm extremely concerned.
And may I address all those issues, Your Honor?
Yes.
And so briefly, Judge, my client
Just so that I know, currently right now, he was ordered on a tether and he's not on a tether right now.
Absolutely not, Judge, and I'll address it. So Judge, if I may, so Mr. Hanky, he's 22 years old, Judge, has no criminal history whatsoever. This is his first ever contact with the law. Literally, Judge, 3 days ago, he admittingly cut his tether off. He got overwhelmingly scared. He didn't understand what he was actually charged with. He thought he was charged with a life offense. I told him, no, it's a felonious assault. He was under the impression that he was immediately going to prison today because he didn't understand the law. And so he freaked out, Judge, and he indeed, admittingly, he cut his tether off. I immediately spoke with my client. I told him not to run, not to go anywhere, to address the court and to be upfront about it. And so, Judge, he's here today.
I've got some good and bad news for this defendant. The good news is he's not going to prison today. That is not going to happen, but he's going to jail. Can't cut your tether off. That's never going to work out to your benefit, ever. There's never a good excuse for it. You cut your tether off, you might as well just walk yourself right to jail. And you're going to be there until your case is resolved.
And when Judge Simpson's like that, and sitting back in the chair, and when he put his hand on his head, take them glasses off, it's over.
Yep. He didn't have to call Mr. Allen. There's another officer back there. I think when his courtroom is crowded, he doesn't get Mr. Allen's. There's the other officers that will come stand behind him. But he didn't save Mr. Allen at all today. I think he sent 3 total people to jail, and Mr. Allen didn't take any one of them.
Well, it looked like Mr. Allen got a promotion because I see corporal stripes on his shirt today.
Oh, he's too good for touching defendants now. He just sits up there and takes the files back to the back room now. Good for him.
He had every opportunity to not be here today, every opportunity to run, and he didn't. He takes full ownership for cutting that tether off, Judge. If I had talked to him before he did it, I don't think it would have ever happened. But Judge, I don't think he did it intentionally to, flee from the court. I believe he did it honestly, Judge. And hear me out, Judge. I think this is a situation, Your Honor, where fear got the best of him, anxiety got the best of him. In terms of the jail calls, Your Honor, I would.
Do we have the tether back?
Your Honor, I'm not sure, but I did also want to address that the defendant does have a juvenile adjudication for a CSC 4th and a dismissed DV from 2022, which the victim failed to appear as well.
Judge, community corrections have the tether back, and there's been communications with the tether agent and the office. And so, Judge, in terms of the jail calls, I was just made aware of those this morning. I would note that his the complainant in this case is his girlfriend. She's currently pregnant. I told my client to have absolutely no contact with her whatsoever per the bond conditions. And so, Judge, I make this argument, Your Honor, because honestly, I'm asking the court if they would give him a second chance. There was a $70,000 cash surety bond. That bond was posted. But for his actions 3 days ago, Judge, we wouldn't have this bond violation, at least with the tether. With the phone calls, Judge, again, I'm not saying he admits or denies that, but he knows he's not to have any contact, third-party contact with the complainant, and that will continue. And so, Judge, I'm asking if my client could have a second chance on this tether. Again, Judge, he could have been like everyone else and just not come back or got caught.
We would have got him.
mean, and you stole the words out of my mouth, Judge. I said, or he could be standing here today in a green jumpsuit, and he's not. He's here today, Judge, fully accountable for his actions. It won't happen again, Judge. I guarantee it. We plan to address this case, and I'm just asking for a second chance.
Counsel, go ahead, anything?
I just would kind of reiterate the facts of this case in which he pointed an AR-15 style rifle at the victim, saying to her, "I'm going to kill you. I'll put a bullet in your head." And then on the phone call, he addresses that he knows he's not supposed to be talking with her because when the other person says, "Kia, who is the victim?" he goes, "Don't mention her. She's my case." So I have great concerns that he would still be violent.
He's playing the game. I don't play games. We don't play games here. You don't get to be put on a tether. Well, first of all, be told that you should not be contacting the victim and then finding and manipulating ways to do so. Don't do it here. Doesn't happen. Won't happen. And then when you get the grace, given the nature of the charges, to get let out, then you're running around and you decide that what the court ordered in terms of a tether, you decide you want to cut it off yourself. We don't do that either. Defendant's bond is revoked, defendant's remanded. I'll see him on the 13th, and counsel, you can give me your argument as to what I should do with his bond at that point, but right now he's remanded.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Man, cut $70,000.
His parents probably put that up.
Yeah, well, they said cash or surety, so it's probably 7,000. Still,
yeah,
it's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and yeah. Let's see, Cheshire Cat. Oh, this was from the last clip. Sorry, Cheshire, and you didn't give me hell for missing neither. Miss Pascucci and Eric. Oh yeah, I did read this. I didn't read that loud because I was shaking my head when I saw that. No, we don't need that in our lives. We don't need that in our lives. But thank you for the super chat. All right, we have one more clip. This is another Judge Simpson. This is a short one. This one's only about 3 minutes long. This actually starts on mute. He had a bench conference before this hearing, and he didn't take it off mute. So the first 2 minutes of this are on mute. I skipped it all. I think I only put in about 2 seconds of him on mute. So I don't know. We don't know what he's saying, but someone's going to jail. Let's just say that. So it was still worth putting in the clip. But this is the last one. It's only about 2 or 3 minutes long. So I'm going to let this one play, and then we'll say our pieces and our pieces, our goodbyes, and yeah. So yeah, I got nothing. I don't know how to wrap up a show. I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I don't know how to wrap up a show. So,
all right,
play this video. First step, play the video. There's always somebody. Someone's going to say, the sound's on mute.
To work with you on everything that I've tried to work with you on.
I had just got out of jail. I didn't have money. I don't have money for that. If I go to jail, I'm going to lose my housing. I've been kicked out of therapy. Everything that it was helping, I've been kicked out of. I'm not able to attend my women's trauma group because I had court Wednesday. I had just got that started back after a year. I see my baby. I haven't seen her in 6 years going through this court stuff, them sending stuff to the wrong address. My baby gonna be 18. I don't have a natural parent child bound
Every
with my
case
daughter.
before me, I've tried to work with you. I have
I'm just not getting
appearing on certain things. I've done everything I possibly can to try to facilitate the process for you.
If somebody
But I
pays
can't,
for it, I
if
don't
you
have.
want to keep interrupting me, you can keep interrupting me, but it's not gonna get you. But the cold-hearted reality is that when you're given bond conditions, you have to comply. You can't just go over there and say, I'm not gonna do it.
I didn't say that. I called my attorney and spoke with him and voiced my concerns with that. I'm physically not able to do that. I have issues, health issues with that.
Well, it's gonna have to be
And
addressed.
I
before
can't
Judge Valvo
physically-
regarding her release. Defendant's bond is revoked. She's remanded to the Washington County Jail.
Excuse me, I'm gonna lose my housing. Like, my rent and stuff is due. Well, can we talk again? Because I didn't talk about this with you, Mr. Lucas. I got rent coming up. I'm gonna lose my house. I can't see my daughter. Okay, come back. What is this about? Like, what did I do? Please say something before I come back.
All right. All right, that's about it. I think there's only about 5 seconds left of this clip. So right when I hit play, my outro is going to pop up and it'll be done. Hutch, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. This was awesome.
I had a good time. I'm definitely going to be back.
Good.
And then, yeah,
Good.
I'm going to have you on mine too. So we probably be teaming up a little bit because I'm really enjoying everyone here. Yeah, absolutely. I had fun tonight, man.
Good. Next time, maybe I'll save a sovereign citizen for the next time you come up. I'll find an obscure chord. I'll have a sovereign citizen that no one else has, and then you can react to it for the first time without knowing what's going on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't even tell me what it is. Yeah, that'll be fun because they never cease to amaze me.
No. Did you see the one? Oh, you did. You said the guy that had the leash on. Oh man.
Yes, that's actually. So I have that out now for members only. It'll be out tomorrow morning at 9:00. Yeah, you might want to check it out because I'm always doing something in those clips.
Yeah, and that's a short clip. I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, I want to do something with the leash. I don't even know. Like I'm just gonna throw it out there and just be like, this is the corn song. This reminds me of high school.
I think either he might have had he might have a maybe a mental issue, or the inmates in that prison or on a high level, because with that leash being behind him and his hands, with the cuffs on, if he resists and he pulls on that, it's going to make him comply pretty quick because his hands is going to go backwards.
Yeah.
So they have that for one of the two reasons. Is the only reason, the only thing I can think of why they would do that. I've never seen that before.
I've seen it on kids. I've never seen grown men with a leash. So. well, maybe, but I'm not king shaming anybody.
Well, it's attached to handcuffs, so that's the only difference.
Speaking of lone wolves here, let's see, what is it? It's Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thursday night. I'm trying to think of who's on and who we're gonna raid. So I'm gonna set that up real quick. You wanna, for the people that came in late, do you want to give just a quick summary of your channel while I set up a raid?
Yeah, I could do that. So for those of you who don't know me, one channel I have is Sovereign Citizen Encounters. I go by the name of Hutch. And then I have Epic Court Encounters. And so between the two channels, obviously, one is just for sovereign citizens only, like no Karens, nothing on there. It's just all sovereign citizen stuff. Occasionally, I'll drop a traffic stop in there. I noticed the audience are not too happy about the traffic stops unless it's in conjunction with a court case. But on a couple of the lives I've done, I'll put one on the back end just so we can watch it. So for those who want to stick around, they'll watch it. And the ones that don't, they can just drop off. I don't know how much time I will have, but I'm planning on probably opening a police channel just for, I don't know, traffic stops and stuff. But it's definitely not the highest of interest on my channel because I do pay attention to what everybody likes. Every court encounters, I'll put whatever on there. Right now, I don't know if you all heard or watched. Colin, you heard about the pastor in Michigan?
Yeah, the guy who's been in Judge Simpson's court for most of this week.
Yeah, so
it was last week, right? That was last week.
Last week he was on there. The other day, so I put one clip up already because it was so long. Then I put a second clip up. I was going to run them together at first, but the content is, some people can take it, some people probably can't. But if it's any content that I have like really extreme, explicit, or something dealing with children, I give multiple warnings on my content. So that way, when you watch it, you know what you're getting into. Same thing on Colin. I'll tell you about this. It's a sovereign citizen video I had on one of the lives I did in conjunction with a court case that I did, but that one was really bad because some things happened to that sovereign citizen with the deputies that was in Florida. Have you heard about that one? Where basically he didn't survive.
Yep.
So I put that one up just for awareness, because dealing with those sovereign citizens, for those of you, I know a lot of you out there watch stuff, they definitely, well, every time it's a traffic stop, if you notice, it's always like 3 or 4 officers that show up, because they're really not to be played with. I mean, we kind of look at them in court, but yeah, they're a totally different ball game when they're on the street. You just don't know what angle they're going to come at you with.
Yeah, that's fair. When we think sovereign citizens, we think Eric Martin. I mean, he's harmless. He's harmless. But yeah, it'd be completely different to roll up on someone with a tinted out van that says private citizen on the back. It's like,
yeah, most times they see that, they're calling for 2 or 3 other backup units, because it's probably not going to be good.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Again, thank you for joining me. We are going to raid Lone Wolf. He's the only one live right now, so we're going to raid him. So, okay. Hutch, this was awesome.
Yeah, same here.
Let's see. I don't think I missed any super chats. No, I did. MB, we never noticed. This was a comment about me saying I don't know how to wrap up a stream. Yeah, because this is what I do. I just ramble. I don't know. All right. Don't dip yet. Once I end the live, we'll talk a little bit behind backstage.
Yeah, I'll wait.
All right. You guys are awesome. Go tell Lone Wolf that we sent you guys, even though he's in the chat. Lone Wolf is going to get rated to his own channel. He loves that.
He's in here. Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen his videos before too.
Yeah. All right. You guys are awesome. Until next time, bye.
All righty then. 14A will stand in recess. All right.